Design thinking. The adventure begins here in the sunny, dusty land of Mesopotamia.
No, it does not. Shut the fuck up and let me do it. We spoke about this before. Sorry about this, guys, but he smokes too much crack these days. I am Matt, and the crack guy is Gordon. What we are going to do in this course is to reframe how you think and approach problem solving. Let's start with a short exercise to get our juices flowing. Gordon, can you please explain the task?
Of course, man. Grab a piece of paper and a pen or a marker. On the left-hand side of the paper, write design and circle it. And on the right-hand side, write thinking and circle it. Now, write down all the associations that come to mind when you hear these words. The goal of this exercise is to get your brain working and bring to the surface your current understanding of these concepts. Spend a maximum of 3 minutes on it. Then continue watching. I think, therefore I am. René Descartes.
Thanks, Gordon. Nice one. Thinking is an intricate and multifaceted process. Every day we are tasked with making decisions, generating ideas, and solving problems, among countless other cognitive activities. Each of us is born with a remarkable piece of biological hardware inside our skulls, the brain. This incredible organ is the seat of our consciousness and the engine of our intellectual abilities. While we are all equipped with this powerful hardware, the software, the processes, strategies, and habits we use to think varies greatly from person to person. It's this mental software that shapes how we perceive the world, tackle challenges, and interact with others. Despite the critical role our thinking plays in our daily lives, we rarely stop to think about our own thinking processes. But we do often like to criticize others' thinking processes.
I question it all the time.
By becoming more aware of how we think and actively refining our mental software, we can improve our decision-making, enhance our creativity, and solve problems more efficiently.
Thinking frameworks.
This framework is not compatible.
Imagine if you could install an update onto your brain the same way you're updating your Windows computer. Well, maybe not the best example. There are various thinking frameworks that people employ in different situations. One well-known and widely used framework is critical thinking. Critical thinking involves questioning, analysing, interpreting, evaluating, and making judgments about what you read, hear, say, or write. Just as you would use specific software for different tasks, it's important to apply the appropriate thinking framework based on the context. For instance, you wouldn't use Microsoft Excel to write a dissertation. Though I once met someone who attempted it, I never heard from him again. Design thinking is a modular framework for solving problems and creating innovative solutions, centering on people's needs.
This is bullshit.
What do I need this?
Because everyone is a designer.
Is he a designer too?
Well, kind of, but not really. Design's often associated with pretty images, posters, logos, and things of that sort. But that's only a small part of the story. It's all about decision-making. Some are trivial, but others may be life-changing. Your ability to make good decisions will ultimately give you the best shot at having the life you want to lead. Every decision shapes your life in some shape or form. If you think about design in everyday life, the clothes you choose to put on in the morning, the food you choose to eat, the people you hang out with, the university you go to, etc., are all design decisions. With every decision, you are designing your everyday, and that's how everyone is a designer. But hold on, not so fast. Any person when making a decision acts upon intuition, habits, some logic, and external influence on the level of emotion. A professional designer, however, theorizes and dives deep into the process of decision-making. and that's how not everyone is a designer. As a caveat, it is worth mentioning that not every professional designer would apply design skills in everyday life, and some non-pro designers intuitively apply design in their decision-making, so that is why you need design thinking. Some people naturally use elements of design thinking, while others do not.
I use it in my experiments.
I use it all the time.
I use it to pick up girls.
The important thing is that it can help you make better use of your beautiful brain. This can lower the risk of fucking up and increase the likelihood of success in any domain. Whether it is a complex project or simply a little home project or maybe an important decision you need to make, design thinking can help you navigate through it. Don't be fooled though. Design thinking is not a magic recipe for success, but it can help you redefine a problem so you can find different strategies and solutions that may not be obvious at first. Moreover, it gives you an arsenal of modular tools that will help you things like overcoming biases, breaking out from usual thinking patterns, more accurately evaluating outputs, and so much more. Long story short, it's an operating system for your brain that can tremendously improve quality of your outputs. And most importantly, it fucking works. Don't take my word for it. Just look at companies like IDEO, Apple, IBM, Google, etc. It works for them. Long story short, anyone can use and benefit from design thinking. Gordon, what are the key takeaways from this chapter?
I thought you would never ask. Key takeaways. First one, design thinking is a framework for innovative problem solving and creative solutions focused on people's needs, not just aesthetics. Second one, understanding and refining thinking processes can enhance decision-making, creativity, and problem-solving efficiency. Third one, everyday decisions, from clothing choices to major life decisions, are design decisions that shape our lives.
The framework. Companies, teams, individuals, everyone has their take on design thinking. i3 Labs studied a lot of them and devised this as the most optimal framework that is easy to understand.
Oh yes, indeed.
The framework consists of 3 components: mental attitudes, toolkit, and processes. Now let's go through each of them. Mental attitudes. Firstly, let's refresh what mentality is.
So he had me thrown in here to refresh my memory.
Gordon, can you fetch the definition of mentality?
Oh, most certainly. Mentality is a person's thinking style, attitudes, and mental outlook shaped by experiences, beliefs, and values. It influences how individuals approach life, make decisions, and interact with the world.
Thanks, man. While working on a project, you can take on a specific mental attitude which will contribute to your understanding of the problem. Also will influence how you respond to challenges.
Oh, I like challenges.
We will elaborate on it soon. Just bear with us. Toolkit.
It's perfect. Get your toolkit.
Toolkit is a repository of tools such as brainstorming, personas, pain point map, and many, many more.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Process.
It's a disgusting process.
Process is putting it all together and getting it to work. But remember that this is not a recipe for success, neither a step-by-step instructions for doing something, although at times it may seem like it is. Also, it is usually portrayed in a series of steps in order to communicate it better to the audience. Once again, the framework consists of these 3 elements: mental attitudes plus toolkit plus process. Now let's go through each component in depth. Mental attitudes in depth. Empathy. As we go through life, we develop biases and tendencies, and this heavily influences our reasoning and decision-making. Therefore, stepping into someone's shoes that is empathizing with a person gives a chance to overcome our own biases and see things from their perspective. As a result, we gain a new perspective, a new point of view.
Firstly, get information about the person you want to empathize with, and then imagine you are them. sounds very simple, yet so few of us remember to do it when we need it.
Creativity. Creativity is almost always associated with the ability to paint or draw, but that's only a small part of the story. Are you one of those people who says, "I am not the creative type"? Please stop it. Just don't do it.
Stop saying that like I'm not dealing with it. I am.
As human beings, we are all inherently creative. Otherwise, we would not have survived as a species. For instance, let's say you need to cook something, but you don't have the right ingredients to prepare your regular meal, but you have other ingredients, so you come up with some new dish that still does the job, that is tastes good and feeds you. Ever done that? Well, that was creativity at its purest.
Recognize that you are creative. Don't say, "I am not creative," because if you do say it, you become exactly that. Instead of that, ask yourself, how might I? You are creative, so fucking own it.
Prototype. Prototype is not some fancy Batmobile, although I wish I had one. It's about making ideas real and turning concepts into actual things. It teaches us more than just thinking and talking about them in abstract terms.
Use anything that you can find.
Literally anything.
Build it and act like it's a real thing. Believe it.
Iteration. Whatever you do, you should think of it as just one of the many iterations where you test and learn stuff. With each iteration, you get closer and closer to the iteration that you will call final.
Keep in mind that whatever you're doing, you're most likely going to do it again and again. And this is part of the process.
This is starting to get a little bit repetitive.
Failure. You failed. Hearing this probably does not bring any good memories. In the context of design thinking, failure is actually one of the most powerful tools. Failing at something is the best way to find out what is going wrong and learning from it. Now let me hit you with a quote. Fail early to succeed sooner. David Kelly, founder of IDEO.
Whenever you're launching something, think of it as a test to learn from. And if it fails, it's okay, as you will learn a ton from it. And if it doesn't fail, that is even fucking better.
System. Always think of bigger implications. Nothing exists just on its own. Everything is a part of a bigger system. I dare you to think of something that it's not connected to other things. Don't bother. You won't find it.
Well, just remember, whatever you are working on is a part of a bigger system. Therefore, a problem might not be where you expect it to be, and you might be looking at a symptom of a problem.
Embrace ambiguity. As we go through education and gain professional experience, we are being expected to know the answers to things. Moreover, if we don't have answers, we might be seen as incompetent, which only adds to the pressure. But let's face it, even in our own domain, we often just don't know.
Put yourself at ease. It's okay not to know stuff and don't have answers. This attitude enables you to think more freely and be inquisitive and curious.
Toolkit. Toolkit is simply a bunch of tools that you can use in your workflow. Now, we will go through some of them, but remember there are many more tools, and you can find them in the course additional materials. Gordon, could you please walk us through a couple of tools?
Sure thing. Let's start with something most of us are familiar with. Brainstorm. Activity to generate many ideas quickly without judgment. Time boxing. Setting a fixed time limit for a task to enhance focus and efficiency. Mind map. Visual tool to organize ideas around a central theme with branching connections. Personas. Fictional user profiles representing different target audience types based on research. Pain point map. Identifies user problems and frustrations in their experience. Role play. Acting out scenarios to understand user perspectives and improve designs. post-mortem, imagining that the project you're working on has failed and analyzing what went wrong. DFV Lens. This tool consists of 3 elements. Desirability. Does the solution meet user needs? Feasibility. Can it be built with available resources? Viability. Is it sustainable and profitable?
Thanks, Gordon. Nice one. I know this may seem a bit overwhelming, but that is okay. Don't worry, we will be going through it many times. Just remember there are many more tools. You can find them in the additional resources section. In the next chapter, we will talk about an overall process and putting this methodology into practice.